Welcome back to VKP Commerce Education. Today we are going to discuss how to solve some illustrations relating to marginal costing, especially in case of BEP, PV ratio, margin of safety, etc. Here one is the question is given, fixed cost is equal to rupees 60,000, and also some other information were given. Selling price is equal to rupees 15 per unit. 15 per unit. Then another information given, that is variable cost is equal to rupees 10 per unit. Okay, calculate BEP in units. BEP in units. Now let us discuss how to calculate BEP in units. So first of all, the equation for BEP units. BEP in units is equal to fixed cost divided by contribution per unit, that is commonly or short form written as CPU. Then first of all, CPU or contribution per unit is equal to sales minus variable cost. Here selling price per unit is rupees 15 given, variable cost rupees 10 is given. So contribution per unit is equal to 15 minus 10 is equal to contribution per unit is equal to 5. Okay, now let us do the problem. BEP is equal to, BEP in units is equal to, already we discussed that it is fixed cost by contribution per unit. So while putting this same into equation, 60,000 divided by contribution per unit as rupees 5. Now let us see, it is 12,000 units. BEP in units is equal to 12,000 units. Okay. Now let us verify the same with marginal cost statement or marginal costing equations. Already we know that there is an equation, that is sales minus variable cost is equal to contribution. Then again less fixed cost from the contribution, we will get profit. We will get profit. Okay. From this marginal cost statement, put the all figures from the last question we got, that is 12,000 units into 15 per unit. It is rupees 1,80,000. Variable cost for 12,000 units per unit 10 is equal to 1,20,000. Simply less from 1,80,000. We will get contribution is equal to rupees 60,000. Then less fixed cost, as already we known that it is 60,000. Then we can understand that the profit is 0. That is, there is no profit, there is no loss situation. The theoretical concept also says that there is no profit, there is no loss for BEP. Okay. Another question is given, that is sales is equal to rupees 1 lakh. Variable cost is equal to rupees 60,000. Then fixed cost is equal to rupees 30,000. PV ratio we have to calculate. Sales given, variable cost is given, fixed cost is given, PV ratio, BEP how to calculate. BEP in rupees, and also sales required to earn a profit of rupees 20,000. 20,000 രൂപ പ്രോഫിറ്റ് കിട്ടുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി എത്ര രൂപയുടെ സെയിൽസ് നടത്തണം എന്നുകൂടി നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം, കണ്ടെത്തണം. ഇത്രയാണ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. സെയിൽസ് 1 lakh, വേരിയബിൾ കോസ്റ്റ് തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഫിക്സഡ് കോസ്റ്റ് തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നമ്മൾ അതിൽ നിന്ന് PV റേഷ്യോയും സെയിൽസ് റിക്വയർഡ് ടു ഏൺ എ പ്രോഫിറ്റ് ഓഫ് rupees 20,000. നമ്മൾ ആദ്യം PV റേഷ്യോ കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. PV ratio is equal to, ആദ്യം നമ്മൾ ഇക്വേഷൻ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്നു. വി ആർ പുട്ടിംഗ് ദ ഇക്വേഷൻ ഫസ്റ്റ്, കോൺട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ ബൈ സെയിൽസ് ഇൻറ്റു 100. Then contribution, first of all we calculate contribution, that is sales minus variable cost, is equal to 1 lakh minus variable cost 60,000. Then contribution is equal to 40,000. Okay, so we are putting the figures into equation. PV ratio is equal to contribution by sales into 100. Contribution 40,000 divided by sales is equal to 1 lakh into 100 is equal to PV ratio is equal to, so PV ratio is equal to 40%. Now we are going to the part 2 of that particular question. BEP is equal to fixed cost by PV ratio. BEP in rupees is equal to fixed cost by PV ratio. So how to calculate it? First of all, fixed cost is equal to 30,000 divided by PV ratio, that is 40%. Then is equal to 75,000. Now we get BP is equal to 75,000. Then we are moving to another part, third part of that question. Sales required to earn a profit of rupees 20,000. 20,000 രൂപ പ്രോഫിറ്റ് കിട്ടുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി എത്ര രൂപയുടെ സെയിൽസ് നടത്തണം? ഓക്കെ, let us see how to do the problem. Fixed cost plus profit by PV ratio is equal to 30,000 plus profit. Required profit is equal to 20,000 divided by PV ratio, that is 40%. 40% PV ratio. Okay, 40% PV ratio is equal to 50. 30,000 plus 20,000 is equal to 50,000 divided by 40 into 100. So now we will get 1,25,000. 1,25,000. Next, another question. Sales is equal to 2 lakh. The question is given in the particular format, that is marginal cost statement format. Sales is first of all given sales rupees 2 lakh, variable cost 1,60,000. Then normally next is contribution is equal to 40,000. Then we can expect next is less fixed cost, that is 20,000. Then profit or net profit is equal to 20,000. Question is given in the marginal cost statement nature. First of all, you have to calculate PV ratio, then you have to calculate BEP, then number 3 you have to calculate net profit if the sale is for rupees 2,50,000. 2,50,000 രൂപ ആകുമ്പോൾ കീഴിലുള്ള സെയിൽസ് നടക്കുമ്പോൾ നെറ്റ് പ്രോഫിറ്റ് എത്രയാണ് എന്നുള്ളത്. നമ്പർ 4, മാർജിൻ ഓഫ് സേഫ്റ്റി ഇഫ് ദ സെയിൽസ് ഈസ് റുപ്പീസ് 2,50,000. If the sales is rupees 2,50,000, what will be the margin of safety? Okay, there are 4 questions given in the particular question. Question is given in the marginal cost statement format. You have to calculate PV ratio. The question is given as sales rupees 2 lakh, variable cost 1,60,000, contribution is equal to 40,000, fixed cost is equal to 20,000, net profit is equal to 20,000. you have to calculate PV ratio, BEP, also net profit if the sales is rupees 2,50,000, margin of safety at the rate sales is rupees 2,50,000. Okay, first of all, we can do the problem one by one. First is that what is PV ratio? First we are going to calculate PV ratio. PV ratio is equal to contribution by sales or contribution by sales into 100. Okay, contribution here 40,000. Already we can see from the question it is 40,000 divided by sales 2 lakh is equal to 1 by 5, or we can see that it is 20%. While we 40,000 by 2 lakh equation just multiplied with 100, we will get 20%, that is profit volume ratio. Second one, that is BEP, break even point. Break even point is equal to, എങ്ങനെയാണ് ബ്രേക്ക് ഈവൻ പോയിന്റ് കാൽക്കുലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം എന്ന് നോക്കാം. ലെറ്റ് us see. Break even point is equal to fixed cost by PV ratio, because already we calculated PV ratio. From that information we are going to calculate BEP. So here BEP is equal to fixed cost rupees 20,000 divided by PV ratio 20% is equal to 1 lakh is the BEP or break even point. Now we are moving to the third part of that question. We are going to calculate net profit if the sale is rupees 2,50,000. Net profit if the sales is at the rate rupees 2,50,000. Okay, how to calculate it? First of all, we have to understand that profit is equal to contribution minus fixed cost. It is derived from the marginal cost statement or the basic marginal cost statement. Okay, now we are calculating the contribution. What is the amount of contribution? How to calculate the amount of contribution? Just simply write 2,50,000 sales. So there is 1 by 5 PV ratio or 1 by 5 contribution. Under 2,50,000 there is 1 by 5 of the contribution. So contribution is equal to, or profit is equal to 50,000. Sorry, 50,000. Now we are going to calculate profit. Profit is equal to contribution minus fixed cost. Okay, let us do the problem. Profit is equal to contribution minus fixed cost. Contribution already we calculated, it is 50,000 minus 20,000 is equal to 30,000. Okay, let us do the another part of the question, that is margin of safety at the rate sales is rupees 2,50,000. Okay, what will be the margin of safety at the rate sales rupees 2,50,000? Margin of safety is equal to total sales minus margin of safety, break even point sales or BEP sales. Break even sales ലെസ് ചെയ്യണം. അപ്പോൾ ടോട്ടൽ സെയിൽസ് നമുക്കറിയാം it is given in the question, that is 2,50,000. Unless BEP sales, it is calculated as rupees 1 lakh. So margin of safety is equal to 1,50,000. Then the same margin of safety we can calculate in another way, that is profit by PV ratio. Here profit is equal to 30,000. Then PV ratio is equal to 1 by 5 or 30,000 into divided by 20 into 100, that is 1,50,000. So there are different ways to calculate margin of